What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of IDK Sports Podcast. You know, special Wednesday drops. The draft is coming up, and we won't be recording during the draft. We might as well drop this mock draft right a day before the draft. Don't forget the draft starts on Thursday, first round Thursday. It's like prime time, right? Like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, about 7,
8 o'clock. This is Kenny's list.
Disclaimers early.
Disclaimers early. This is Kenny made this list for IDK Sports. Mock draft for the first round. That's what the round we're going to do first.
I have full support of whatever I picked.
In the first round, you can catch that. You can see the whole list on the IG page or the YouTube channel. It's posted up there for everybody to see, so you can follow along with us if that's what you choose fit, or you can listen to us talk about it. Either way, don't forget, let me get the banner up here.
Banner.
Every Monday we drop our full episodes of IDK Sports Podcast. Don't forget to follow us at IDK Sports Pod 23 on Instagram. Don't forget to follow. You can also follow me, Anthony Great, my man Kenny at Finesse in the Gram, and you can always catch us on YouTube. This episode we're gonna put this on Spotify as well. We'll put this on Spotify. Yeah, we should. We got some auditory learners out there, so we'll put the mock draft out there. So to my audio listeners, welcome to a bonus episode, because y'all don't usually get bonus episodes.
Mock draft edition.
You know what I'm saying? YouTubers usually get the bonus episodes. Y'all don't get the bonus. I ain't posted live on the audio. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Before I put it behind the paywall.
He's dying to charge extra.
No, I was just deciding, you know what I'm saying? It's a good one. We want to get this one out the way and make sure this one, we wanted to make sure, since we record early, we wanted to make sure that it was live, like you know what I'm saying, in the flow. Yeah. It's kind of crazy to have a mock draft post after the draft. That's wild, right?
Waste of time.
Waste of time. So, getting right into it, in this mock draft, man, Kenny, man, you got no surprise that Caleb Williams going to the Bears, man. It's number one.
The worst kept secret at this point. So, and one thing that will piss me off come draft time, when they start the draft, Roger Goodell comes out there, does his waves and hellos.
Oh, they're gonna waste some time.
And he says the Bears are now on the clock. If y'all use the entire 5-10 minutes,
lose 3 of it.
If you use the whole whatever time they set aside for y'all,
Trade might come through.
If you use the whole 5 to 10 minutes, I'm smacking y'all. Smacking y'all.
That's fine. So that Caleb Williams, no surprise. Let's just get to the next one. The Commanders.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? Hell to the Commanders.
Yep.
That name sucks. Yo.
It's not good.
The Washington football team was better. I kind of rocked with that team.
It did have a
that could have stuck, but they kind of played with it a little bit. Kept marketing the Washington football team.
Yeah.
WFT.
Yeah.
Jersey.
It has something going.
You got Jaden Daniels from LSU going there. Before I'm gonna let you go first, then I'll go. Why you got him there at number 2?
Number 2, you looking for get some action going back there, bro. Honestly, it's just like you bring in a versatile piece. I mean, still raw to my liking. I'm not too big. I don't have too much liking of his game, but hey, you got a starter for 2 programs. You got somebody that, race levels team, Heisman winner, we get it, the whole shebang. But you got a dynamic piece in the backfield that's going to have the ball the majority of the time. So we get it. And just the way that the league is transitioning as far as QB play, you have that dual threat there and somebody that can make a majority of the passes. I won't say he makes all the passes, but if you need the long ball, he got it. If you need
medium, short game is all right. Medium game needs some work.
You know what I'm saying? Short RPO game, it's there. You have a few pieces around them, you know what I'm saying, with what's your boy? Receiver for the Commanders. Tell me out. With McLaurin, Scary Terry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then
lost Curtis Samuels though.
Yeah, but you got Jahan Dotson that is coming right behind him too. So
they got decent run game.
Yeah, with Brian Robinson. I like that too. So I think they committed a lot of resources to what they did in the offseason. Hey, we ain't gotta stick here too long.
No, I want to stick here for a second. Let me get this off. Because I was talking to my dad about this. I am happy that Jaden is not going number one, but I think Jaden has the most upside out of all these quarterbacks. Like you said, he's raw. I think Caleb is ready to go, and I think Caleb has upside, but I think the ceiling, if he touches his ceiling, I think Jalen Daniels got the biggest boom or bust to him. I think he's more athletic than Caleb.
For sure.
I think he has a more lively arm than Caleb. I think Caleb makes good throws, but some of the long throws as he gets stronger. Think about it. He only played LSU 2 years?
Yeah.
He was 2 years at LSU, 2 years at Arizona. And he put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just like this game. I've been a Jaden Daniels fan since he was at Arizona State. I personally am glad he's going number 2 and not to that mess or dumpster fire of Caleb. I feel sorry that Caleb went to Chicago because I feel like Chicago has a chance to mess this up again and ruin another quarterback.
Go ahead.
Because I think, that would make Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields, if you ruin Caleb, 3 quarterbacks
ruined
that you ruin.
It's not
with a defensive. You keep hiring a defensive coach, which is stupid. But I think Jaden Daniels, when it's all said and done, if both of them reach their peak, I think the ceiling is just a little bit higher for Jaden Daniels than Caleb. I think Caleb has a ceiling. He has room to grow, but I think Caleb is kind of at that point a little bit more than I think Jalen has with his athleticism. I think his arm is a little bit more lively. I think that if they can reach, if the Commanders can get what they need to get out of Jaden Daniels, I think they can have a real franchise quarterback. But it is the Commanders, though.
I was about to say. So only thing that you noted that I will push back on is you didn't go to Chicago where they potentially can ruin 3 quarterbacks. You mentioned that already. The Commanders ain't that far behind as far as organizations go. I understand you got a new head coach in the building, new OC, new DC. I think Cliff Kingsbury is there, if I remember correctly. But
Alex Smith was supposed to be that guy, but he broke his leg, and I think that set him back. Alex Smith was Ron Rivera's guy. If Alex Smith stayed healthy, I think them Commanders. I think they have 2 more years of competing in the NFC East. Alex Smith wasn't done. Leg just gave out.
Yeah, that thing was almost amputated.
Yeah, I think that really said they wasn't ready to go rookie right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying as an organization. Yeah, with Dan Snyder and all them.
New ownership though.
Yeah, so we got a few things rolling there, but surprisingly enough, I agree with most of your take as far as when it's all said and done between this class of quarterbacks, that Jaden Daniels might actually be the best one. Only thing is I still look at Caleb he gotta get some things. There's a parts of his game that he got away with in college. I don't think he shook that off yet.
Caleb?
Yeah. He
got a little bit of that Brett Favre, Jay Cutler gunslinger in him, which doesn't work in college. It doesn't work in pro that well.
Exactly. So you look at I think some people in the scouting world, they look at Patrick and they look at him running around in circles and getting off those passes. But that's the exception, not the standard. That don't just work for every quarterback. And last time I checked, the Bears O-line ain't Detroit's O-line.
Facts.
The Bears O-line isn't Philly's O-line. They're not the Ravens O-line. Going down the list. So that won't work, as well as it did for them. But with Jaden, man, I'm just not a big fan of his. I think he held. As much as I love Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, I think he still held them back to a certain degree.
Wow, they had great years.
They had great, and that's why I'm just to emphasize how much I think of their talent. I think still it was Jaden took a lot into his own hands, and rightfully so. There's not much to say after you become a Heisman, but if he works out, continues to improve on his game, like you said, that intermediate range, throwing over the middle of the field, things like that, which comes with time. No, it's not that many QBs that came into the league that had it all. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Andrew Luck, Mahomes, whoever you want to name, not that many have it. But I for the most part, I agree.
Yeah,
I think I agree.
Next one. This is the one that I think you put there. I don't know if you agree with. I just think the Patriots are making a big mistake drafting Drake May number 3. I think if Jaden's not there.
Yo, real quick. So here's also another disclaimer that I want to mention because I know he about to go crazy on Drake. So no, I got it because I know him. So one thing I should mention is that this is where all these teams stand. There's no trades in this mock. I very much believe a lot of these teams are open for business after the Bears go.
I think the Commanders take their quarterback. I think the Commanders get Jaden if they like him. Or Drake. If I'm the Patriots and Jaden is gone.
Yeah. You out of there?
I trade down.
You move back? Yeah.
I move back. And the reason why I move back because if Michael Penix is still on the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I move back. And
I like him. When you speaking about the QB class, we're gonna get into that, but I like Michael Penix in this draft.
Like I would trade back and go get that receiver that I wanted because there's rumors about AJ Brown. They hunted for him. Mm-hmm. I would trade back, get 2 picks in the first round or maybe something like that. A trade back where I can get a receiver and the quarterback that I wanted. I think it'd be a mistake if Drake May went to the Patriots. I don't think Drake May is that. I think he's inaccurate. I don't.
Go ahead. Can you tell him why you?
The main thing is I think he's inaccurate, and I think they're hyping him up.
They want to be Josh Allen.
Yeah, and he's not.
Yeah,
he's not. But I'll let you go. I don't get too much on him. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of first rounds, so I don't get too much on him.
Well, here's the thing. And what my thinking was going into this pick, if not Drake, then who?
Michael.
Well, man, but that's why I still think I got Michael Penix going in the first round regardless.
Yeah.
But at least you need to get a quarterback. You need to. And it's not often that you get to pick in the top 5. Those chances come around. And for those that's saying like, yeah, well, you can very much well miss out in the top 5 too. You're absolutely right. You can miss in the top 5, and that stuff gets folks fired too. Yeah. So just as much as it's easier to move back and play it safe, get a quarterback later, to at least you can say like, well, we got more picks, we gained more draft capital, and it wasn't as much of a weighted decision.
Cool. Stick on Drake May now. How do you feel about it?
About Drake? The athleticism is there. And when I think he's a system quarterback. I can't pander no more. He's a system. I think if the system plays to his strengths, don't ask him to be the guy, then he'll be fine. But if he goes to New England, he will be the guy. And we're looking at you day one. Yeah. So I'm not complete. I don't remember off the top of my head who's the OC up there in New England, but it would have to be low stress. It'll have to be a low stress system. Yeah. It can't be too many checks. I think he was taking a lot of checks coming up the sideline, coming into his junior year in college. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the system wasn't underneath his helm, even when he was the guy in UNC. Mm-hmm. So it'll have to be a low stress system. Low stress system for him. Yeah. That's staying with the pick that I made in New England.
This is where I think the trades happen for New England. If New England is the trade,
it starts at number 3.
Somebody is coming up to number 3.
Yeah.
To steal Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
I think somebody, if somebody don't get New England, if New England trades, it's going to be the trade for somebody to get that receiver, because he's unarguably to me, the best player in the draft.
In the draft, for sure.
So you're looking at a team like, let's see.
You got teams back
there
like
Colts that you got a Duze going to. You got the Jets sitting there at 10. Do they give up some draft capital to go get somebody to help them win now? You got real, you got the Bears who got that knife pick.
So they don't need it.
They could. If
Marvin?
They could do what the
Texas just did.
Texas did and be like, okay, I'm gonna get my quarterback. I'm gonna get him Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you got him later on getting a receiver, I wouldn't be surprised that I call New England and give them the ninth pick of the draft.
Yeah. And
next year's first round.
Right.
And a second or third with this draft.
Yeah.
It's
come for
two generational talents. You think are.
It's gonna come for a nice penny.
But I think I'll be surprised if Arizona gets Marvin Harrison. In my eyes, I think somebody's coming to get him, and I think Arizona likes him, but Arizona's listening though too. I know they ain't got no receivers, but I think sometimes it's like, can we build more by giving up this? Because they can still be thinking like, okay, we up here only because our quarterback is hurt.
Right. Right. And also, not for nothing, the Cardinals got a pick at the end of the draft. I think they pick at 27 too. So they're not hurting for nothing. They're not hurting on
like. So the Cardinals, you mess around, you still get the ninth pick. Say the Bears call you.
Yeah.
You still get the ninth pick. So you still got, like, you had the Bears taking Malik Neighbors' ninth.
Yeah.
I can still get Malik or Duze.
Yeah.
And get who I wanted.
Yeah. And still got some.
And got some more picks.
And some more draft capital come with it. Yeah.
So I think if he's there, of course they'll take him. Yeah. But I'll be shocked if nobody doesn't trade from New England or get a Cardinals a haul to really go get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the draft really starts at that New England pick because, and I think they even made it known to the public where it's like, yeah, we're open for business, we're open for trading, because you got teams like the Vikings sitting there at 11, the Broncos, the Raiders. That quick stem between 11 and you can even include the Saints between 11 and 14, where it was like, hey, we need a guy, we need a quarterback. That's where they can be bringing off the hook, saying, hey, we trying to come up. What you need? Right. Because it's all in to get their quarterback. I know the Broncos for sure are desperate at this point. Yeah. They are desperate to get their guy.
So that's why I think also. Like at 5-2, I like when you got the tackle going.
Yeah.
I think that triggers other teams to start trading with the Giants. All these picks, I have to look at, ain't that many offensive linemen in the draft.
No.
I think once the guy Joe Alt from Notre Dame taken, that's going to trigger teams like, we got to get an offensive lineman if we need one. Yeah. Especially a first round grade one, because there's a lot of receivers in this draft.
Yeah.
There's a good bit of linebackers in this draft too.
Yeah.
But ain't that many tackles, because right after Joe Alt, you got my man from Oregon State going 7, kind of jumping around here. You got Troy
Fontenot out of
from Washington going.
Yeah.
You got my man from Penn State going. You got the man from Duke going. You got J.C. Latham from Alabama. Grant Barton is kind of good from Duke too. Mm-hmm. And then you also finish it out with Amaris Ems from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Just keep it a buck. That's 1, 2, 6. I said 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 linemen. There's no way all 6 linemen. I think there's no way all 6 linemen make it past 17. Woo! I think it's gonna trigger something, bro. Especially if one. There's always a run up.
That is good for a run, yeah.
Joe Alt will be taken, and then somebody else that didn't take somebody that high gonna take another lineman that high. So I'm like, oh shit.
But that's also why I know for sure Harbaugh's sitting there at 5. I think he's going to stay because it's like, hey, we got our quarterback. Boom, we don't need that. Everybody else is calling for that. They still got Rashawn Slater out there at left tackle, but boom, let me also just get the best player available. And it's safe. I mean, year 1 with the Chargers, I don't need to jump out the window. Let me just get the best player available, and at that point, you would never. It's hard to lose when you invest in the trenches early. Yeah. It's hard to lose as a head coach. It's hard to lose as a GM when you put the money in the resources in the trenches.
The thing about teams that you got going, you got Green Bay needing a tackle. You got some of these teams are willing to give up. Picks don't mean as much. Some of these teams, LA,
they don't care. Rams definitely don't care.
They'll give them a pick because they got the Cowboys need offensive linemen bad. You don't think they're about to trade up?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a run on offensive linemen. It goes to the point that after the first one go, how high is the rest of them on your draft board?
Because if
they're high on your draft board, big dog, they're gonna start taking them and they're gonna start getting them. If they're high, like if Talise Fungway from Oregon State is not only high on the Titans board, but also high on the Cowboys board.
Yeah,
all these boards. Now you're talking that Giants pick is tradable. But you got JJ McCarthy going. If they do that, I mean, we can talk about it a little bit. That'll be the. I personally, everybody say, "Oh, JJ McCarthy wouldn't actually do a lot in college." Maybe because he couldn't do
it. Yeah, I base this pick not on JJ, but pretty much on the fact that they hate Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
and it's evident. It's palatable at this point. It's just like we know it, they know it. Daniel Jones knows it. It's like. This wasn't the Ball's quarterback that he wanted, even though he did re-up during his time there. It's just like now the Ball is to go get his guy, and that guy for him may be JJ McCarthy. But just think about going back to the lineman real quick. Just between 5 and 7, I got Joe Alt at 5, and I want to say Talise at 7 at going to the Titans.
And then after that, you got the Falcons, the Bears got another pick. Yeah, they can take off some linemen.
I'm saying that. So that run you talking about seems a lot more real, more realistic than let's just go. Everybody just sitting back waiting to go get their guy. Because after Talise and Joe Alt, everybody's like, okay, it's time to get my guy. It's time to go get my guy. So,
there ain't many left.
Like what picks or what players can we package together to go get
them, right?
Go get that guy.
The Falcons, down the time. I know you're the edge rusher.
Yeah.
That pick's tradable with me. I think it's gonna be traded. But like Chicago, they don't trade up to get somebody. That Malik Neighbors, I like Malik Neighbors a lot. I think he'll be number one receiver if it wasn't for Marvin Harrison Jr. Who's to say they don't take a lineman? It's a lot of receivers in this draft. You can find a good receiver in the draft almost a third round.
I mean, I think that's what made the Texans pick so momentous. Not only to pick twice in the top 5 last year, because not only I think it's just not really smart as a GM to put 2 picks within the top 10. That sounds good on paper, but if I had my choice, I'm not keeping 2 top 10 players for the next 4 to 5 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I might as well go ahead and put that on the books that I'm about to send 2, especially where the cap is at now. You telling me I'm about to get $100 million players in 4 or 5 years? I'm about to pay that back? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and trade that and see what I can move back. I'm gonna still get talent, but I'm gonna still get some more draft capital out of that. Yeah. That's a hard sell, especially at the positions that I picked, quarterback and wide receiver. Yeah. Boy, Justin about to get 35. By the time my Neighbors is up for renewal, them boys gonna be getting 40-something.
Yeah. So we had 9, Malik Neighbors, explosive receiver, good receiver. I mean, another LSU guy that can really ball.
Oh man, like you said, man, it wasn't for Marvin Harrison. He wide receiver 1 for me, and I actually would have no qualms if somebody took Neighbors before Marvin Harrison. That's just how nice I think. I think Malik Neighbors is nice.
He is.
I think he's nice.
I agree.
That, but without a blink, I'll say that without a blink. That boy nice.
Very good player.
You know what I'm saying? Like he.
Marvin Harrison is that guy.
Well, I mean, of course, you don't get 6'4", 220. You know what I'm saying? Height, weight, speed combination. Boy's so nice. He didn't do nothing this offseason.
No medical, no nothing.
He didn't do nothing. And y'all still gonna pick me top 5.
Yes.
Y'all know, because that's pretty much it.
They do a pro day.
That's the I'm him statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm him and you know it. But Malik Neighbors, I think you get
good receiver.
I think you're looking at DJ Moore and Steve Smith in one receiver. That's how nice I think Malik Neighbors is.
He's a good receiver. Really good receiver. Like I said, he'll be number one hands down. This the 10th pick with the Jets. I think it's tradable. I like Brock Bowers, but I don't think that I don't see the Jets, if the offer is right, being sold that they got to take Brock Bowers.
Yeah. Outside of what? When did Ron Gronkowski go? Was like in the 20s? The teen? I would think he was in the teens when he went. It's hard. It's a hard sell to get a tight end in the top 10. But then again, it is Brock Bowers too, and he is nice. I'm not even counting him on a tight end scale to a certain degree. He's more of I don't call him a slot, but more like a flank wide, because that's how versatile he is. You can line him up anywhere, and he gonna get some money for you. Match that with a Garrett Wilson. I forgot the other receivers they got out there, but it puts another dynamic on the field.
I think that's a very charitable pick. I think that the Vikings. I know you got to take the defensive line, but I think the Vikings take Michael Penix.
It will fit.
I think they take Michael Penix. You cannot not get a quarterback right now.
Got to. And that's what I'm saying. That little stint between the Vikings. Going between the Vikings and I think it's like the Broncos and the Raiders.
Yeah.
That stint, one of those three will not stay there.
Yeah, I think the Vikings gets that. I do like the Broncos and Bo Nix. I think that's something Sean Payton thinking that Bo Nix is this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
I think he picks up Bo Nix.
It feels like a dummy.
Yeah.
After he does it.
Yeah. The Raiders. You got Michael Penix going to the Raiders then.
I love that.
I personally think if Michael Penix and Bo Nix is gone, they trade you back.
With the Raiders?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to stay up there for.
And you get a quarterback, open price on a quarterback, that's like, say you'll get Spencer Rattler. That's kind of high.
Yeah.
As far as value.
Like you said, if Penix and I don't think they stay there if Bo Nix is still on the board. I'm out of there. If I'm Antonio Pierce, I'm out of there. So y'all come, y'all can come get him if y'all want. And to your point, as far as that run on offensive lineman, that's where I'm looking at one of those teams like, I'm moving back with them.
Trade to get one. Jared versus the Saints, I have no issues with that. For the pass rusher.
Yeah, that's just Cam getting a little bit older, so. Trying to get some new blood in there.
Romeo Duze, the Colts. I like that.
Stop right here for a second.
I like that.
Because we talked about Malik, talked about Marvin.
I think Romeo will do better than Malik.
I think Romeo Duze, head taps. I think he's coming in the league giving out head taps.
Yeah.
That boy, again, it's just that type of, like Ann said, this draft got a lot of wide receiver talent. And this class is no different. Romeo Dunze, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, you can't miss on any of those three. They're all good. You got a football player coming into your organization day one. And I just think it's exciting to see a Dunze and Anthony Richards ball out next season. That sounds like fun. That makes things interesting in the AFC South to me.
Yeah.
I want to see violence. Let's do it. Okay. So that sounds like a good day on Sunday.
Yeah, Romeo, I personally out the gate, Romeo's gonna be better than both of them.
And the situation he going to. You already got Michael Pittman there. Yeah. You already got Jonathan Taylor there. You got an offense that's on the cusp of being having some speed on it or having being explosive. So let's do it.
Yeah, the Seahawks second, I can't say the Latu. Yeah, Latu. Out of UCLA. I seen him a little bit when they played Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Good player. Good kind of smaller.
Yeah.
A smaller rush in, but I think he's gonna be decent. I'm not mad at that pick for Seattle trying to beef up their defensive line.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Terrell Arnold.
Terry Arnold. Yeah.
He was picked up by Jaguars. I think this is going to be traded out. I think that's going to be a running lineman. I'm going to run about. I said about 17. They're going to run.
Yeah, that's again those like I got like a few linemen going between like in the 20s, just in the 20s alone. I think I got what 1, 2, 3, 4, about five between the 20s to the end of the draft. About 5 linemen going. You know, that's very much all those guys who are saying, "Nah, I'm about to go up and," because after that Talise pick, it's like, hey, let's go get our guys.
Twitching every time I try to.
Yeah, but Terry Arnold, good talent.
I like Terry Arnold. I like him. I like the player. Now my thing is he made the mock draft for the players. I'm just telling the scenario of what I think is going to happen. I don't think all of them get drafted high. Yeah. It's just the order is going to be flipped. I think that offensive lineman, and even you got a center in here too, which I like the guy from Oregon. That's going to be a run because it's just not that many. You ain't going to find them late.
Late in the draft.
So if you need one, I got to go get one. Brian Murphy, that's a solid defensive lineman. I think the Bengals need one with DJ.
Yeah, and that's another team I had to remember because they just got they just got another tackle this offseason. So they were locked in at tackle. I was about to draft a tackle to them. Because I just thought, like you said, the offensive line help was just in short order this year.
We're talking about the Rams, right? With Troy. They trade up and get a lot. Now, I think they might take the same person. Yeah. But it might be early. Like, you got Quayon Mitchell to the Steelers. If he falls
that far
to 20 to the Steelers, I know we have him going this early. I'm kind of slacking on my prospect stuff with the corners. But if he gets to the Steelers with the way he plays, that opens up to let Dante Jackson play in the slot. I think you keep him outside.
It's because they don't need. Well, the thing is, they don't need for nothing. But again, I think Dante's only there on a year deal. Yeah. But you move Dante into the slot, that ain't bad. Yeah. That ain't bad at all. And your defense is just that more stout. I think Quinyon comes in day one. I ain't saying he's CB1 from day one for your team, but
definitely a good corner.
But
definitely gonna be a good corner.
That's a formidable defense.
Yeah.
For sure. And Quinyon is that.
So he plays good man-to-man defense too. Dolphins, you got your center from Oregon. Yeah. I guess I think he might go earlier. Somebody might steal him from the Dolphins. Yeah. I like the cornerback from Iowa. I like how physical he is going to y'all. And God knows y'all need a physical tackling corner.
No crap.
A physical tackling. Emphasis on the word tackling.
And that's why, again, I wouldn't hate it. I know a lot of pipe dreams out there is for us to trade up for Quinyon. I don't think Quinyon lasts on the board till 20. But you need to go get somebody. And at least with Cooper, he does some punt return, kick return. I think you can move him. And he can tackle. But the thing with him is that do you put him on the outside? You put him at nickel? You put him at safety? And I'm always of the thinking that if you're a jack of all trades, you're damn sure a master of none. You don't have no lock and key position.
Facts.
So
I think he'd be a decent corner. I think in Iowa I think he'll be the corner. Sometimes you can be with a team where you're doing everything.
Well, you have to do everything. Yeah.
I would love for Spencer Rattler. I see you got him going first round. I don't think he goes first round. I think he slips to day 2. I think the Vikings.
It's going to be early day 2.
Yeah, early day 2. But I think the Vikings address other needs. I think teams address other needs where after JJ is gone, I think Spencer falls to that next round, second round, because we're going to be like, okay, let me go get me an offensive lineman. That if I like a receiver heavy in here, like if I like a Brian Thomas, if I think I'm about to lose Justin Jefferson. Maybe I get Brian Thomas earlier. Now we talked about offensive linemen for Cowboys, Green Bay, Buccaneers, whatever. The Cardinals getting Nate Wiggins, great pick. If the Cardinals, if he lasts 27, it's gonna be rough to see a corner of his speed, his athleticism. Yeah. I think he might be the first corner off the board.
I actually saw that somewhere else too, where they had him as high as like a top 10 pick.
Athleticism, bro.
It's like, I mean, I get it. You don't come in, you walk into a room, 428, like 426, 428. That's not common. Yeah. That's not common, but he's so damn lanky, bro. Yeah. And people ain't want to call well, Sauce ain't the most, muscular built dude either, but I don't think his technique is of a Sauce Gardner yet. So I think he will struggle, with tackling, even though we don't pay corners to tackle.
Now, this is where I think the Bills are not here at 28 picking anybody. I think the Bills trade up to get Malik. They gotta have a receiver.
You gotta have a plan after that.
They gotta have a receiver.
Well, you don't trade Stephon without a plan. Because you lost, not only did you lose Stephon, you left Stephon, and you lost Gabe Davis too.
So now you need some stars.
Well, and I think, not for nothing, because you got, Dalton Kincaid, and what's that other, Knox over there? Mm-hmm. So maybe you're structuring your offense to play in the middle of the field.
I got cool. But you still need somebody to open up the middle of the field.
Yeah. You need somebody to take the roof off.
So I think that, yeah, bro.
But that's why I got Brian Thomas there too, because I was like, all right, get a deep threat.
I don't think they're there. I think they trade and go get them one of them top 2 receivers out the draft. Mm. Got to. He's not a free agent.
I would be. If that is like the Malik Neighbors pick where they come up to 9 or something like that and grab Malik Neighbors, boy, I'd be crying happy day, because that's a lot better of a situation to go into as Malik Neighbors, as opposed to going to the Bears where, you going in there sharing time with DJ, Keenan, and all them guys, where you coming in as a true wide receiver 1.
Yes.
That will be a more likable situation, and that will very much be my favorite going into the year as Offensive Rookie of the Year.
So I think that's what the trade will have a chop. You got the Lions getting another edge rusher. I think some of the edge rushers were hurt, but hey, if you're going to draft in the first round, you got to draft somebody. Yeah. You won't be surprised they drop themselves out the first round altogether. And just say, hey.
That's just a hats off to what they've been doing the years leading up to this. Your boy from NC State, it's A&T, excuse me, been doing as a GM. Shout out to him.
I see these last couple teams like the Ravens. These can be picked so they can trade out. I do think that the 49ers will get a tackle if they like this guy, if he makes it this long, only because your boy ain't getting no younger.
Oh, Trent Williams?
Yeah, you're going to need somebody to pass that torch.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, you think I don't know, dang, was he 36, 37?
Yeah, he'll play for a minute.
Yeah.
And I like Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs only because they mess.
She raised, yeah.
He can run.
And I was about to say, it's just we looking for another Tyreek Hill. And you don't look no further than another cat that can run 4.2.
Yeah. So really my whole recap of this draft anyway, of my draft, I said take might not end well once we see the draft. Yeah. But my take is it's gonna be and he almost double. My take on the draft is it's going to be a runner offensive lineman, and don't get surprised if we see a lot of trades. Mm-hmm. A lot of trades. I think we're going to have to see a lot of trades. Yeah. A lot of trades. I think we're going to see more trades in the first round than we've seen in a while, because teams are going to come get who they want. I think some teams are really like a certain player. You know what I'm saying? And I think after we got that top 5, everybody's free game.
I just want to see the level of desperation at this point,
especially the third quarterback.
That's exactly where I was going. And thank you, because it's a level of desperation. I'm picking Bo Nix. I think it's Johnny Manziel over again with Bo Nix. I think you gonna see it. I don't think that highly of JJ McCarthy. I know he's getting a lot of top 10 buzz, but I don't see it neither. But the level of desperation of getting your guy is going to see a few teams trading a lot of future assets and damn near making their deathbed for getting these guys. Because I understand that the league is transitioning to something like the athletic quarterback and doing all these things, but they're not that. They're not that. They're not that. The draft don't have, your draft board don't have to be sexy for it to be substantial and to get some substance out of it. Just because you don't walk away with the top 5 guy that everybody's clamoring for.
Don't.
Exactly.
If the tackles don't go on the run after 5, they're going to be quarterbacks. Everybody will try to get quarterback. That range we were talking about between the Giants and the Titans, that range, they out of there. They out of there because those get drafted. I think all the quarterbacks go top 15.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I just said the tackle go top 17, but I take that back because I think people don't go get quarterbacks. Right? It's sexy.
Got you.
It's sexy. Oh, I got a quarterback for the city. You know what I'm saying? The city going to love this quarterback, but I think some of these quarterbacks, I personally have first round grades on nobody but Caleb, Jalen, and Michael. Everybody else. Second round.
I don't know. I get the Michael Penix hate because I think it's there. Even if you take the route of sitting him for a year, and
I think he can play and right now
because I think Jacoby's up there in New England, right?
Jacoby is.
So if I'm New England and I take the deal that you said, I move back from 3. Mm-hmm. Let y'all fools spend y'all money on Drake May. Mm-hmm. I move back from 3. I'd for damn sure snatch up Michael Penix, let him sit behind Jacoby for a year. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It don't cost me nothing. I'm cool. And I grab some more draft assets off top of that.
I think it's gonna be all about who some team is gonna build up their trade era or trade stock because like you said, some of these teams after you get past 17 don't need nobody per se to start.
Right.
They're looking for like maybe somebody like a game changer or something like that. But I'm excited to see what happens at the 5. 1 through 5 might go the way that you planned it on here. But after 5, I think people are not married to that pick unless their guy is there. And that's another thing. If your guy's not there, your top guy's not there, your second guy on your board could be a second round grade guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my little.
I think your locks are your locks, right? Your Marvin Harrisons, your Caleb's, your Jadens, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was comfortable with Joe Alt being in the top 5 because that's the best of the best you can get at O-line. Mm-hmm. So why not pick Joe Alt? But after that, let the games begin. The draft literally breaks open at that 3 to 5 mark. We know everybody's willing to trade it all, risk it all, to come get their guy, whether that's in the trenches or that's for quarterback. But it would make things interesting come those teens where it's like, okay, well, I see this cornerback fell, this edge rusher fell, this this tackle fell a little bit. Now that's when you insert the teams that's picking in the upper 20s, saying, well, okay, I guess this is doable. And if that thing, I'm gonna go back to it again. If that thing plays out like you said, where Malik Neighbors is hanging back there at 9, or 8 or 9. That I think the Falcons are at 8. So if Malik Neighbors is hanging back there at 8 or 9, for damn sure, I'm coming up there and picking that player up because that makes all the sense in the world. You're gonna see a lot of quality players starting to fall because everybody's in a panic, everybody's desperate. They got to get their guy.
Facts. That's just a fact too. And I think that's what I'm saying. After Joe Alt goes, everybody like, I want this receiver. I want this tackle. This is gonna be bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna trade after trade after trade, man. But I'm super excited. The draft is like one of the funnest times. I'm glad the first round is one night by itself, so you got to stay up all night, watching 1 through 4. So I really happy about that. Don't forget the draft comes on tomorrow. I don't have the time in front of me. I want to say 7 is the start time. See how Kenny did, man. Pull up his mock draft, man. Put it beside
not
you,
too
man.
much. Not too much.
Put it beside you, man. See how let your boy know how he did, man.
Trash. That mock is trash. It is trash.
But But yeah, man, really excited to happen. So hope everybody liked this little special episode that we dropped. Like I said, we ain't gonna be here too long. Wanted to really get in, talk a little bit of NFL draft. Don't forget to watch the NFL draft on wherever you watch it. I think it's on NFL Network.
ESPN,
it's on ESPN. Everybody got it. And don't forget to check in with us here at IDK Sports Pod on our YouTube page, where we drop our full episodes every Monday with no hesitation. 5 p.m. You will see it dropped and premiered. And we also on Spotify, Apple Pod, iHeartRadio, anywhere you get your auditory podcast.
Yep.
We'll drop that every Sunday at 5 p.m. as well. So you have all the opportunity to listen to. You got the two average guys talking sports in front of a camera. Just so happens to be there. Just so happens to be there, right? The IDK Sports, you know what I'm saying? So don't forget to follow us at IDK Sports Pod 23. Follow my man Kenny at Finesse the Gram. Follow me at Anthony E. Great. And don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, anything. And let us know how we're doing, man. And tell us anything you want to talk about. Like I said, summertime. It's getting kind of, I can talk baseball, but I don't know if y'all want to hear it.
Don't get slow.
You know what I'm saying? So, I hope everybody enjoyed this little special mock draft episode. Everybody, go to work if you do. If you work for yourself or take the day off, get yourself ready to watch that first round draft.
Let's go.
Might see us, on Instagram, posting a little bit, tweeting a little bit. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, holla at you.